Okay, so we created some set of work rule building blocks, right? So all those put together create a work rule. So work rule is nothing but a set of parameters that apply specific payroll rules to shifts to determine how employees hours accumulate or how the pay rate that applies is applied to those hours. So work rule contains a combination of work rule building blocks that influences time and pay. So, like I told you yesterday, these are the time related blocks till columns, and from that till the PCDs are all the pay related influence blocks. So, you can associate a work rule with one or more pay rules to identify the specific set of conditions to determine how to interpret a shift and a pay period. So, did I did we see this yesterday? Did we finish this? I think we saw it. I think we also did holidays. Hello?
No, no, we are not seeing this yesterday, ma'am.
But holidays we did.
Yeah, yes, yes. Holidays we did.
Okay. Okay. So here you're going to tell a round rule, your shift guarantee, your exceptions, your auto resolved exceptions, your call-ins, your day divides, your pay codes for unapproved overtime or your pay codes for your denied overtime. So this setup is very simple. So you're just going to add what all you think is going to make your work rule appropriate. You're just going to add. So that's all is there in this work rule. You will assign this work rule to a pay rule. So I started to create a. So I have something like this created. So in the first part, you're going to, I'll be giving you what you have to create and how you will set it. And post this, we will have a test where all this will not be there. I'll just tell you my requirement and you'll have to test based on it. So there's only one thing. So when you create a rule, I would have put it in like this. So the name for quarter hour punch round rule is in out previous quarter hour. So when you create it, you will just have to add your name at the end of this, like RON for Ronali or SAS for Shashmita. So wherever you're creating a name, please make sure that you add your name. Otherwise, if you create it with the same name, it will not let you save, and I cannot check the work that you did. Okay. I'll also write these instructions in the document, but I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. 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 So now let's see. Mm, holidays. So some companies offer paid holidays to employees, right? So when employees work on the holidays, they may get a higher rate for those holidays. So when you're creating holidays, like when you say a holiday policy, there are work rule building blocks, your holiday credit rule building blocks, your holiday credit rule, and the payroll. So these are the four areas that you have to configure. And uh, so in order for your holiday policies to be set up, There are four places: your work rule building blocks, your zones, your holiday credit rule building blocks, your holiday credit rule, and your pay rule. Okay, so these are the four places you will be doing it. So for configuration, you will have these 7 steps that you have to do. So you have to define the holiday table first, that is right above the work rules. You have to create a holiday zone to pay employee to pay a premium rate to the employees when holidays worked. Your third one is you have to create a combination rule using your zone. Your fourth step is you have to build your PCD. We saw this example yesterday, but for holidays it doesn't cover there, so we will be seeing it. So holiday credit rule building blocks is your fifth step, and uh, this holiday credit rule building blocks are not required to credit the holiday credit rule. So there's only one work history qualifier or something, so we don't that is not a necessity, like that is not a minimum, what to say, like that is not a must, that is not compulsory. This work history qualifier is not compulsory to create a holiday credit rule. So we'll just see an overview of this, but we will see how your holiday credit rule is created. So your fifth step is that. Your sixth step is you have to define a holiday credit rule. Your seventh step is in the payroll you will select the holiday and assign a default holiday credit rule. Okay. So once all holiday configuration is complete, you will assign this payroll to the employee. Okay, clear? Let's move on. So the first step is we will be looking at the holiday table. So this holiday table is specific to every company. This holiday table is specific to each and every company. So we'll see what holidays are and what holidays which do not compute as holiday and how we create them. So whenever you're awarding a holiday benefit pay to an employee, or when you want to pay a premium pay for working on a holiday, this starts with your master holiday list. So this is your master holiday list, and this must be up to date always. So this table has to be up to date, to only then your employees will receive the correct holiday benefit pay. So at the beginning of the year, or like at the end of the year, so like December 2021, you have to get your holiday list and you have to create one for your 2022. So you cannot create additional holiday tables. The master list of holidays is used to populate each year. So holidays are associated or selected for individual years. However, you can select the same holiday from year to year and you can always change the date. So if the company that you're going to work is in multiple countries, then they'll have different holidays, right, for different regions. So in that case, you will just have it named as hyphen and that region or something like that. So, what is a holiday? A holiday is a date in a calendar year for which organization suspends normal operations to comply with the legal requirements. So, your New Year, your Christmas, your Diwali is all holiday, but your birthdays, they all don't constitute as holidays. So, you have to make sure that you only set up what is what applies to the organization as a whole. So so why I'm saying this is there are some companies that also give holidays for birthdays and all. So you should not be adding birthdays and all here in the holidays. So this is holidays. So we'll see what this setup looks like. So you will be selecting the year. So the year that is currently being configured is automatically shown to you, like in whichever year you are, it will automatically show it to you. You'll give a holiday name, a display name. So this display name usually it's for reporting purposes. So if you change a holiday name in one year, it is changed in all the years. Okay, so the dates remain the same. So on the next years you just change your dates. So this is display name. So this is the name of the holiday as it appears on reports. So reports, your time cards, your schedules, and all. So you can give a code name for a holiday that you can use to see in your calendars. You'll give a start date, your start time, end date, and end time. So it's usually between 12 a.m. to next day 12 a.m. So if Diwali is on 4th of November, when should be the holiday? It will be from 12 a.m. of 4th to 12 a.m. of 5th. So that's how you'll be adding the holidays. So um, that is it for holidays. So if there are two holidays but on the same date, you have to make sure you add both the holidays with appropriate names. Like you have to make sure that those holiday names are uh, what to say, like it should be identifiable, and you can give same dates to them. That's okay, but you cannot add same name twice. That will not be allowed. Okay, so this is for the holidays. So mm, okay, so let's go on to holiday zone rules. So we'll try to discover what pay options are there for working on a holiday, and we'll see the relationship between the zone, PCD, and combination related to holidays. So, what does working on a holiday mean? Like it's a holiday is like every company has to give holidays to their employees, right, for their well-being. So you cannot continue working for 365 days a year. So in so holidays is like a must in every organization. Some people, there are some offices where you cannot stop work for a day, like for example manufacturing, you cannot stop making bread or making something for a day, right? You have to do it as a daily process. So in those cases what you do is you pay your employees for working on their holiday. So how we do this, we create a holiday zone rule that is going to identify employees who are going to work on a holiday. This zone rule is a part of combination rule, which is a part of a PECO distribution. So we will see, we'll go back to zone. We will see holidays. So I have all my holidays added in here. So we'll just try to see the setup. So I have my name. I have given my zone type. I'm going to select all the available holidays. So for example, you have Maharashtra and Chennai, right? So for Chennai, what type of holidays you? There are some holidays that so, okay, consider Orissa and Tamil Nadu. So there are some holidays that you don't celebrate in Orissa, some that we don't celebrate in Tamil Nadu. So in that case, what you'll do, you'll create a holiday profile for Orissa, and you will also create a holiday zone rule for Tamil Nadu, and you will select the holidays that apply to it. So selected holidays are the ones that you have selected, and holiday zones are defined by what, the times in holiday table. So this uses the start and stop times that we have mentioned in holiday table. Or you can say day divide is nothing but it's going to use the day divide option that's there in the employees fixed rule. This works in combination with the fixed rule. So you don't want to do that, you just want to consider it as the holiday. So you will select the times in holiday table. Time deducted from holiday credit. So you are going to select an option to define the effect of worked hours on holiday credit. So when a holiday zone rule is in effect, the following options determine the effect. So what happens? So if you select none, work time does not affect the holiday credit. The employee will earn the holiday credit as if they did not work, and they don't get a holiday premium pay. Amount worked is, it reduces the holiday credit by the amount of time that the employees worked during the holiday. So let's say normally employee earns 8 hours of holiday credit. The employee worked for 3 hours on the holiday, then the 5 hours of holiday credit, and so it gets split as 5 hours for the holiday credit and 3 for your premium pay via the zone. So you have an option called entire credit. So this will eliminate the holiday credit if the employee works during the holiday. The holiday will still appear in the time card as 0 hours. So you're going to say how the holiday worked hours belong to, or where they belong to. So these options work in combination with the holiday zone defined by, to determine the start and end time of the holiday. So you can use your fixed rule setting, or your scheduled in day, or your scheduled out day, or the day with majority hours. And finally it's going to ask you for approvals. So should you approve it? Okay, so this is the holiday. Okay, so this is about the holiday zone rule. So I have a question to ask. You have to tell me if it's true or false. So the holiday zone rule controls how employees are paid if they work on the holiday. True or false? Holiday zone rule controls.
True.
Okay, very good. So these are all the questions that you'll get asked in an interview. I cannot share the questions with you because I also conduct some interviews. So when I ask you a question like this, just make note of it. I'll definitely be asking all this at the end of our training. You can make note that time, but uh, then and there just take notes of it, so you can revise it at times.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the second thing. So now we will see a holiday credit rule. So what holiday credit rule means? So this is your holiday credit. So this is the work history qualifier. So what this does is, this going to, if you want to qualify for your for your holiday, you can set up a condition, but we don't want to do that. We'll usually use the holiday credit rule to do that. So I'll not confuse you with this. I'll leave this here. So when you go to your holiday credit rules, that is here, it's going to ask you, there are some options like how you want to pay when a holiday is worked. Okay, so uh, okay, so unlike your holiday zone rules, the credit rule defines when employees can receive holiday pay for not working on the holiday. So zone is you're working and you're saying whether to pay or not. Holidays, even if you're not working, you can get a holiday pay. So this is normally a premium pay condition. This is not normally a premium pay condition. The employee is simply compensated because it is an observed holiday defined in the company's employee book. Like how we are getting paid for New Year, Independence Day, and all those. So those types of holidays, even if you don't work, you're getting salary for that day, right? So that we define it in the holiday credit rule. So holiday credit rule defines when employees are eligible for your holiday credit. It also defines the calculations that are used to determine the time or wages to be issued when the requirements are met. So we will try to do a knowledge check now to see. So my employee is working on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. He has 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift. So he has again on Friday. So Monday is a holiday for me. Monday is a holiday. So the employee is scheduled to work Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the employee must work their scheduled shift before and after the holiday. So this person has Monday to Friday. This person has sorry, his work time is Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday is a holiday. Say Ganesh Chaturthi. Monday is Ganesh Chaturthi. So in order for him to get paid for Monday, this person must have a scheduled shift, and he must have worked the scheduled shift before and after his holiday. So do you think this person is going to get his pay or no?
Yes, he will get pay.
Yes, because his last shift was on Friday and the next shift is on Tuesday. So this because their shifts are scheduled, this person has work, so this person is going to get an holiday credit. So I'll give one more example. So let's keep the same thing. We will see this. Okay, again, this person's schedule is from Monday to Friday. He has to work his scheduled shifts before and after the holiday. So in this case, will he get paid on Monday?
Yes, he will get pay.
No, he will not, because Saturday there is no schedule for him. Only Friday, Monday to Friday is his schedule. He didn't work on Friday, but he worked on Saturday, so uh, he's not eligible for his holiday credit. So we'll see why this is. So this is the holiday credit rule setup page. So we have to specify the requirements the employee must meet to qualify for holiday credit. So all the eligibility requirements that we set on this tab for this holiday credit rule have to be satisfied. So must work scheduled shift. So what is the condition? If he should he work his scheduled shift, you cannot, you can leave it as it is, like you don't have to select it. So you can say he can work before the holiday, after the holiday. If you select both, it will be like he has to work before and after. So if you want, if he works any one, if that is okay with you, then select either before or after, or he has to work on the holiday. So that is your must work. What your scheduled shift means is your what your actual scheduled shift means is, so this means that the employees are required to work their actual scheduled shift before or after or on the holiday, or both before and after. So any shift on the day of scheduled shift is, this requires the employees work any shift, like either scheduled or unscheduled, on the day of the scheduled shift before, after, or on the holiday. So qualifying shift restricted to. So these are a part of work history qualifiers. So what work history qualifiers means is, they are a set of conditions that an employee must meet prior to the holiday to be eligible for the holiday credit. So we are saying that holiday credit is an eligibility to get premium pay, right? To be eligible for the holiday credit itself, they will have to satisfy some work history qualifiers. So we don't want to do that, like it's very confusing, so we will leave it for now. So we will see, one second. Okay. So is the qualifying shift restricted to, like, we don't, do you have to restrict the qualifying shift? You don't want to do. So these are all related to your qualifying things. So do you need to have a qualifying pay code, or do you need to disqualify it based on a pay code? No, we'll just keep it very simple. We'll just do either a before holiday or something like that. That's, I think that's what I've given for you in here. So since we didn't set up any work history qualifiers, we don't have to do this.
And
But I'll
one
just tell
question.
you what minimum. Sorry.
One question.
Yeah, yeah.
If I plan schedule that he has to work before or after, can I schedule that before the holiday or after the holiday? Can I
Yeah, it's
select
there.
one?
Yeah, it's here.
And that's okay. Thank you.
Any one day he can work. He don't have to work both. So if you want both, then you have to do this. Got it? Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So must satisfy selected work history qualifier. So we don't have any work history qualifier, so we'll not be setting this up. So, what minimum time employed means is the minimum number of days, weeks, or months for which an employee must be employed in that company prior to the holiday to be eligible for your holiday credit, like your probation. Think of something like your probation. So, you don't, if you want, you can give 90 days or something like that, or you can just leave it, or you can say from a specific date, your actual reference date or something. So, I'll just leave it at days. So, minimum time active is the minimum number of days, weeks, or months for which an employee must be active prior to the holiday to be eligible for your holiday credits. So, and the last one is your alternate holiday credit rule. So, this is nothing but you're going to select the list of all holiday credit rules. So, if the eligibility requirement for current holiday credit rule are not satisfied, you can use a different holiday credit rule. But that's all complex settings. We don't generally do that. So let's see how holiday credits are calculated. So, so when you come here, you have three types. So you have many types of credits, right? So we will see fixed number of hours credit, how fixed number of hours credit type works. So your holiday credits can either be done in time or money, like it can either be in like say few hours or like few dollars. So money related are your percent of wages, your fixed wages, and your average wages. Your hours is fixed number of hours, hours from schedule, average shift length. So we will do this. Okay. So since we have many different types, we'll see how fixed number of hours calculation method is done. This is the most commonly used thing. So so what I'll be doing for fixed number of hours is I'm going to select this credit type. So here the fixed number of hours calculation method specifies the number of hours to be issued for the holiday credit. So you can say I want to issue 8 hours for this person if he's going to qualify for the credit rule. So you can say credits go in what pay code. Like you can select a pay code, say a holiday credit pay code, and that pay code is going to carry all the hours in this from for this holiday credit. So that's your pay codes going, and you have selected. So time deducted from holiday credit rule. So this defines the effect of worked hours on the holiday credit. So when a holiday zone rule is in effect, you have to select one of the options to specify the effect of worked hours on your holiday credit rule. So when there's a zone and when there's a credit rule overlapping, you're going to say, okay, how am I going to specify the effect of worked hours in this condition? So should I do it as never, or should I do it as the amount none, or amount worked, or should I give the entire credit, or should I use my zone rule setting? So I'll just say I'll use my zone rule setting. So if I select this, um, I my count towards overtime. So I'm sorry, one second. So when you select entire credit, so it eliminates the holiday credit if the employee works during the holiday. None means you're just leaving it at it. This pay code is going to carry the hours. Amount worked is if he has worked any actual amount, you will get that amount. If you use zone rule settings, then it's going to pay as per your zone rule. So as per pay code means is this indicates a setting in the pay code definition. So if you select this option and more than one pay code has been selected in the credits here, so credits in the pay code, you must select a pay code as a basis. So if I have more than one here, I can select uh like I can have one more holiday worked. So this is going to ask me which pay code is going to carry my overtime limits. I'll say holiday credit. So similarly, what pay code is going to have my day? I'll give my holiday work. So this is holiday credits. So any questions till now? So this holiday credits, you will be adding it to your payrolls directly. So we've actually entered payroll definitions now. So let's see what work week divide is. So this I haven't used in my experience, but I can probably give you a brief uh, description of what it does. So what holiday credit rule does is, so this work week divide does is, it is going to indicate the system how a week is split and how you can use day of the week and time of the day to split the week. So for example, I've selected this, right? I'll be giving a name and a description. So first I'm going to say first. Hi, can you hear me? Sorry, I got cut off.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, but the screen is still sharing. I don't know how. Okay, so I'll just speak from here for some time. My system is switching on. So, oh, so what this does is this work week divide is, so in the first half start time, you will be entering a time. So this time entry is going to indicate the system the start time uh, for some time card entries. Like if there are any special cases where you want to define a day differently, like rather than saying 12 a.m. to this time, you're going to say it in a different term. So the default value is 12 a.m. midnight for this. So from split day of the week, you will select an appropriate day. This selection indicates to the system that the day of the week on which the week will split. So usually we'll do Sunday to Saturday, right? So you can use this work week divide to split it into, say, Wednesday to Saturday, something like that. And then the final thing is the split time of the day. So here this entry is to indicate the system the time of the day on which um, the feature splits the work week. So this works in accordance with some advanced scheduling, but we will not be covering that. So
No.
so that is your work week divide settings. So after your work week divide is your fixed rules in your pay rules. So what payroll does is, sorry, your fixed rules. We've already discussed fixed rules. Remember how we are splitting the week, how we are splitting the time, how hours are added to, like scheduled in day or scheduled out day or the majority of the day that's worked. So that is your fixed rule. So post that you have something called as processing order. So consider a situation where you have two zones, two overtimes, but you don't know which one should be considered first. Okay, so for example, there is a holiday and you also have a overtime on that day. So how do you want the system to process it? Do you want it to first look at the holiday or do you want to first look at the overtime? So in that situation, okay, so we will start with processing order. So what processing order does is, this is an optional component in your payrolls. So this can override the default order in which the hard types are processed by your workforce timekeeper. So the relation between the combination, the processing and the pay code distribution is as follows. I'll, so first, the processing order determines the order in which the har types are processed. So the combination rule is going to tell the system how to pay the hours once they are processed. So third, the pay code distribution or the PCD determines the pay code in which the hours will be paid. Okay, this is the three steps in your processing order. It is like this. So let's see your default. I'll give you an example for this. So suppose you're working from 7 a.m. So there is 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and you're working till 4 and 6 p.m. So this is more than 8 hours, right? You're more than 8 hours in your work account. So with 1 hour break, consider that you are in the engineering department. You are going to teach somebody else for some time. So suppose 7 to 11, you're going to teach somebody. So in that time, your hours will be in your department transfer. So you will have a transfer because you're not in your home department. So you have a department, you have 4 hours there. So from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., you will be in your home account, like your scheduled job, and there is 6 hours here, and you have an overtime, right? So you have worked 2 hours in excess, so you're going to have an overtime from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So that is your overtime for 2 hours. So if you're working in your home account, so you're getting your OT after your home account. So this is regular plus your OT times, right? But it will be nice if you earn OT because you worked 4 hours in your for a different em- for a different role, for a different job. So in that cases, you can use the processing order to pay like this. So you can say make the department transfer as 6 hours, like this. So from 7 to 11. mm, mm, mm. Okay, so you can interchange this. So you can say, I want 6 hours to be here, I want 4 hours to be here, and then the overtime should be for my transfer department. It's not the hours, it's the type, like the type you're going to process. So this in this example, the time is processed chronologically by default. In this example, he's working in his home department, he's going to teach somebody else, so he's going to a different department. So this developer is working on a project developing a new application. This developer is also qualified to teach someone. So on a particular day, say a Friday, his manager has asked him to transfer to the education department for the first 4 hours of the day. So because this employee has earned daily overtime on Friday, the labor account transfer happened first on that day. The home account gets charged with your daily overtime. So instead of your transfer, the home account gets charged with your daily overtime. So if the employee worked in their home account from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then if they transfer to education at 2 p.m., those last hours will be in their uh, transferred overtime, like, right? So it will be a advantage for him. So in the processing order, you can change the way the things are totaled to either total first or to total last. So in this case, it is the company's policy that the transfer account should get the overtime and not the home account. So the way we do this is to total the labor account transfer last. So regardless of where the transfer occurred during the day, because of processing order, the transferred account will be charged with the overtime. So let's see an example. So this is how it looks like. So what I'll do is I'll probably take a holiday zone just to show you as an example, and I'll take a daily overtime. So I'm going to push this here. So first, this is going to order in this time. So if I want to process my holiday first, then my overtime, I'll just do this. and then I'll be saving this. So this is the first total first in order. What you want to total in the last, like your 8-hour OT or your regular or your cost center, you can total this in the last. So I want to total this first and then I want to go here. So we'll see an example. So by default, what will happen here? So this total hours is going to be 44. The amount of regular he has is going to be 36, and holiday work is going to be 8. So generally, if I don't have a processing order, this is going to happen with my over 8 and my over like if with my daily and weekly overtimes. So in some companies they want to make holidays always count towards your weekly overtime. So we can set this up using the processing order to process the holiday zone first. This is used to make sure that the R type always helps reach the weekly or your pay period goal. So if when I interchange it, like when I put my holiday, what will happen is on it gets calculated like this. Okay, so my hours are still going to be 44. My holiday worked is going to be 8. My regular is going to be 32, and my weekly OT is going to be 4. So how this has happened is I have on Thursday I'm reaching my weekly OT. On Thursday here I'll be reaching my weekly OT. So what is going to happen? I'll make it as 4 hours of regular and 4 hours of weekly OT. So if I change my processing order, if I put my holiday to be calculated first, it's going to see if my holiday is reached 24, so 5. So here my weekly overtime is reached. So I'm going to put the extra in my weekly OT, and then my holiday is counted. So if I don't put my holiday first, it's going to just pay holiday as holiday, and the rest all is going to come as regular, and he'll not have any weekly OT hours. So this is how processing order works. So I will share a task with you, so you can do that, and you can share your results. Can we connect on either Monday or Tuesday again? I'll start punch interpretation rules and sign off restrictions on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Bye. Happy weekend.
Thank you. Bye.